Channel 2 Action News has obtained documents showing the former DeKalb County school superintendent spent more than $120,000 on his district purchase card in just 2 years.
Channel 2's Taisha Fernandez is live outside district headquarters. And Taisha, it took weeks of filing open records requests to get these documents.
Listen, I called and I emailed the district several times. I even walked through these doors to ask for the documents in person, but it wasn't until we got our station attorney involved that's when I finally got my request fulfilled.
Yeah, I've never heard of these kind of expenditures with any other superintendent in DeKalb County Schools before.
Senator Emmanuel Jones represents the area the DeKalb County School District sits in. He told me he's always questioned why these 4 current school board members voted to hire Dr. Devon Horton 2 years ago. Jones says Dr. Horton was never one of the top candidates in the nationwide search.
Certainly a clique or a group of members on the school board who have tried to protect things that they knew about him early on.
Dr. Horton is currently under federal indictment, accused of stealing money from his last school district in Illinois. That's what led Channel 2 Action News to request Horton's DeKalb County District P cards. According to the documents, during one visit to Sam's Club, Dr. Horton spent $11,000. He racked up $8,700 on one check at Jason's Deli, and one visit to the Italian restaurant Bambinelli's, that cost the district $4,500. Another meal at the same restaurant, $3,100. And there's more. He spent $3,100 on a trip to Honey Baked Ham and $2,600 at Chick-fil-A on a single charge.
This is the reason why our kids are stupid. It's because we got people in as a superintendent on the school board doing stuff like this. The school board hired a superintendent, which is this guy. He was already being investigated for fraud in a whole different state, and they still hired him. And then he spends all this money, $11,000 Sam Club, $2,600 Chick-fil-A, $8,700 at Jason Deli, $7,600 at an Italian restaurant, $3,000 Honey Baked Ham. What is he doing? He's scamming y'all, and they didn't do anything. The school board didn't do nothing. This is the reason why the schools are failing. This is why you need to take your kid out of school or just homeschool them. It's because we got people that's in charge of these school districts. And he's in charge of these, making sure your school is good. And they say, we ain't got money. Where's the money? Shit, right there. He racked up more than $120,000 in charges in the past 2 years. That's just one person. That's one superintendent. This is the reason why our schools are messed up. This is the reason why they don't put black people in power. Because of examples like this. That's what it is. Crooks. That's what they gonna think. Nah, we're not going to hire another one. We see what the last one did. Then you got people on the board that's a part of it too. The whole school system is a scam. A lot of these school systems say they ain't got no money, but then you see the superintendent making $500,000, damn near $1 million, but the teacher's getting paid $40 a year. Then they got these spending budgets. You shouldn't have a spending budget. All this money should be going to $11,000 at Sam Club. What we buying? TVs, laptops, $2,600 at Chick-fil-A in one sitting. Who are we feeding? The neighborhood? Tax dollars come from the people. And the tax dollars come from the people that go to the schools, and this is what the schools spend the money on. This is why we need an audit every year. This is why the community needs to be seeing everything. Why do we got to get a court order? This is our money. We need to be in more control of our money. We need to see where this money goes. This is what happens, man. We trust people with the money, and they never dealt with this much money, so they blow it.
In total, Dr. Devon Horton spent more than $120,000 in 2 years as superintendent, and he didn't need board approval.
What was the board thinking at the time? How did they let this go on for so long without any kind of accountability?
Crooks managing crooks. Crooks managing crooks. That's how they did it, because the board is crooks too. And they looked away. They knew what was going on. Crooks handling crooks. No oversight. That's what's wrong with all of this. When we talk about democracy, I hate democracy. Because democracy has too many layers and you got too many levels of crooks. That's the problem. That's the problem. We got people supposed to be in charge of the superintendent not doing their job. What does that mean? They're crooks.
I mean, we knew of the issues that he was having. That was plain to everybody, and you would think they would put some kind of controls in place, considering how contentious the process had been on bringing him on board.
I emailed all 4 current board members who hired Dr. Devon Horton. I asked them about his spending. They never responded. I did get a statement from the district spokesperson that says, "We remain committed to transparency, fiscal responsibility, and the appropriate stewardship of public funds."
Why was he given this kind of carte blanche to spend the county's resources, the school system resources? To me, that's a deeper question that we need to ask.
The district spokesperson also said less than a month after Dr. Horton's resignation, the board approved a contract to conduct a forensic audit looking into Horton's spending. Well, here we are 3 months later. We're still waiting on the results of that audit.
So we have fraud. Now we got to pay another person to investigate the fraud. Just wasting money. Wasting the taxpayers' money. See, look, I think we need to just start having people that's in charge of the money that got actually degrees in this shit. We need to have people that actually handle money, know how to deal with money, know how to do it. Because what it is, you got people in charge of the hiring and in charge of the money that ain't never touched this amount of money before. You got people that grew up in low-income neighborhoods, finally become on the board, and they in control of millions of dollars. They don't even know how to budget their own life. How the hell they budgeting the schools? That's the problem that we have. We got incompetent people in positions over the money. They shouldn't be over the money. If you ain't got no finance degree, if you ain't never managed a budget, if you ain't never worked with a business, if you ain't never had any type of experience managing money, then you should not be on the board. You should not be in charge of the money. That's what it is. Why in the hell is a superintendent having a spending account? Why? Where are you going to need a spending account? Are you going overseas? Are you traveling? Why do you have a school county card that you can use whenever you want? What? That's what businesses do. That's what CEOs and CFOs do. A superintendent don't need that. You are going home and back. We just have with these school districts. The reason why these schools is bad is because of the people up top. It's because the people up top are getting paid too much and they're in control of the money and don't want to let nobody else in and see what they're spending the money on. That's the problem. They don't have the oversight. They don't let the people come in and say, let me see what you spend this money on. Oh, you got to get a court order. Oh, you got to get this. Why? It's my money. I'm paying taxes. So if I need to see where this money's going, I need to see it all right now because this is my money. We have to take more ownership of our money. This is the reason why you see people saying, I'm going to stop paying taxes. I'm going to stop paying taxes. I'm going to stop doing this. I'm going to stop doing this because there's no way that you got these people spending all this money and it don't even go to the kids. We should have the smartest kids in the world, but we don't. It's because we got people up the top taking all the money. That's all it is. And this is another example of that. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Go get a Patreon coming soon. No Filter Morning Show coming soon. Appreciate the support. Keep this thing rocking. I don't know what to do about these schools, but they all terrible. I'm out.